Everyone, and welcome back to another movie review. Today is a very special one. I just got to see at South by Southwest the world premiere of Ready Player One, as you can see by the title. Now, I have some stuff to say, but rule number one, as a personal thank you to Mr. Spielberg, who was there tonight, and that was awesome. I will not be mentioning anything spoiler, nothing specifically related to the movie until the movie comes out, or if I see people making other spoiler discussions like a few days before it comes out, which I will be making a spoiler discussion eventually. And I will also probably be making a more in-depth review again after I see the movie a second time. So, boy, I've got some stuff to say. A lot of my notes are specific, so I'm going to need to cut a little bit of what I say. But overall, I'm pretty conflicted. And I just completely forgot to start with a summary. So let's start with a summary. So, Ready Player One follows the story of a boy named Wade Watts, who is in the year 2045 or something near there. And the entire world has been overtaken by this virtual reality video game, really, called The Oasis, which was created by a man named James Halliday. And he became the richest man on the planet, as the entire planet, everyone basically got involved in this game. They started living their lives in it, they got jobs, everything went focused right on the Oasis. And because he was so rich, and he was also sort of a recluse, he didn't really have anyone to pass his fortune on to when he died. So what he did instead is create an Easter egg within the game, a set of challenges, 3 keys, a jade key, a copper key, and a crystal key, to a set of challenges that follow his ideas, his love for pop culture and movies and video games and everything under the sun from the 80s. And whoever can get through these challenges will get the egg, which then means they have complete control of the Oasis, which basically means the entire world, and also inherits $500 billion. So that's basic summary. Wade Watts is trying to find the egg, and he meets some friends along the way, and there's a bad company called Innovative Online Industries and a man named Nolan Sorrento who are trying to stop him. So, to start things off, I have read this book 8 or 9 times. It is by far my favorite book. I have been reading it once or twice a year since I think I was in 6th grade. I can't remember when I first got it, but somewhere around then, and it has been a lot of my inspiration for learning about other pop cultures and trying new video games and getting into older movies, which is my current favorite thing to do. This book really cheesily changed my life because of how many things I found interesting in it. So, as someone who is so invested in the book and who has read it so many times and knows all the scenes and the progression and all the characters so well, I will say this movie was a disappointment in that regard. It is almost entirely a new story. The beginning and the end are basically the same. But everything in the middle, all the challenges, all the character development, all the real world versus Oasis stuff is completely different. So if you are someone who has been completely into this book, there's something for you to see. It's not word for word, which would be cool, but it's not that. They kind of took their own spin on it, which is my main thesis point for this review. This movie is a creative liberty. Almost nothing. There's maybe 2 scenes that happen in the movie that are accurate to the book. One thing, and this is not really spoiler, it's in the trailers and all that, the stacks where Wade lives, which is just a bunch of trailer homes, trailers stacked on top of each other, that is well done. The visuals are incredible. All of that is amazing. And the other scene is the distracted sphere, or some distracted globe rather, which is the party thing you see in the trailers all the time, where people spinning around, and basically like the core of the Oasis is what they show it to be. That's another thing in there, that incredible visuals, amazing music. It was done really well and executed perfectly, in my opinion. But aside from that, it leaves me conflicted. As a fan of the movie, or a fan of the book, God, it's so awkward. That's all spoiler stuff, though, so I'm just going to tell you, if you've read the book, it's basically nothing like it. There are keys, there's an egg, and they're the same, pretty much the same characters. But aside from that, as someone who is a movie fan and who has been making movie reviews and has seen plenty of movies, it's honestly just a fine movie. It's a good movie in terms of nostalgia, in terms of references, in terms of visuals and music and lots of physical stuff. But when it comes to storytelling, and this might also lean from my bias of being such a fan of the book, it wasn't really that great of a story. It felt awkward at times. The scenes didn't really flow. There were plenty of plot holes that some of those come from being different from the book, but plenty of plot holes that were just in the movie that didn't feel right. The characters are not well developed. They're not relatable. A lot of the important parts of the book that make the characters so enjoyable to read about are just gone. And it makes the movie feel kind of empty. A lot of things that were changed from the movie to the book were to make it fit better as the blockbuster movie it really is. More explosions, more fight scenes, more things of that nature, more ways for them to incorporate special effects and pop culture references that aren't in the detailed and subtle ways that the book has. So, in the end, it comes down to your personal preference. It's like an alternate timeline, really. The events lead to the same place, and they have similar structures, kind of, but it's just told in an entirely different way. So, I did enjoy myself watching it. In this experience that I had, being able to go to the world premiere, the first group of public to ever see it, incredible. Question and answer with Ernest Cline, the cast, and Steven Spielberg. That was amazing. The crowd was cheering at many points throughout the movie. Whenever really anything majorly pop culture-y or story related happened, everyone would just yell at the top of their lungs and clap. The experience was great, so I did enjoy the movie overall, but it's still, as a movie, not the incredible experience that I had hoped it to be. This definitely is something that's going to need repeat watchings, and I probably will read the book again before I see it again. But if you are someone who has not read the book and you want to go see this movie, great. It's a completely new story for you. It's no different. It's just all these crazy characters and crazy worlds and all these amazing scenes, because the scenes really were incredible. It will be probably great for you. If you're someone who's read the book a lot of times like I am, it might be a disappointment, but you also might fall in love with the alternate story it tells. So in the end, I'm going to give Ready Player One 7.1 out of 10. Great in visuals, great in music and in pop culture and nostalgia and all that. Also, James Holliday is an incredible character, and I don't know the guy who played him, but he did an amazing job. But it lacks in character development and real story flow, and the creative liberties it took are, in my opinion, a detriment to the adaptation. So those are my opinions on Ready Player One. You can see it on March 29th when it comes out. That is in 19 days. So have fun with that when it comes out. And when you do see it, leave your comments in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye.